welcome to my channel. Today I will teach you Python course, and today I will teach you introduction of the Python. Okay, basic introduction. In this video, I will give the basic introduction about the Python. Okay, what is Python? Python is an language which is object-oriented language, general purpose language, and it is also a simple language and high-level language. And most important, it is interpreted language, means it will execute line by line. Okay, Python is simple to learn. It is object oriented programming. Object oriented programming. Okay, like classes, objects, and it is high level programming. Okay, and also general purpose programming. Okay, like we can develop web applications, geo applications, desktop application. Okay. Okay. Next point is Python is an interpreted language. Interpreted language. What is mean by the interpreted language? Means that the Python will execute one line. Okay, one line at a time. So what is the advantage of executing one line at a time? So debugging is very easy in Python because we will execute one line at a time. That's why executing is so easy. Okay. Next, who developed the Python? The person who is the founder of Python is his name is Guido van Rossum. Okay, he is the person who introduced the Python. Okay, in 1980. Okay, he developed 1980 and further work on the Python. Okay, next, coming to Jar, what are the advantages of Python? Okay, what are the advantages? Any program if we take, there are some advantages, right? What are the advantages of Python? First of all, it will support object-oriented programming. Okay, it support object-oriented programming. Okay, support object-oriented programming. Okay, to develop application, it support object-oriented programming. It is also a dynamically typed language. I will explain what is dynamically typed language. For example, in other programming languages like C or C++, to declare a variable, how we can do? For example, in C, to declare a variable, the data type, I am using int as to integer. To declare integer, I use int a. Okay, int a is equals to something 30, 40, like that. But in Python, we need not to specify any data type. Okay, we just specify just a is equals to 30 or a is equals to some string SUI. Okay, you need not to specify any data type. That's why Python is a dynamically typed language. No need to specify any data type in Python. Okay, so second advantage of Python is it is dynamically typed language. We need not to specify any data type in Python. Okay, and it is very easy to learn. Okay, easy to learn in the sense compared to other programming language, it is very easy. For example, in other programming languages, to print something, for example, I need to print hello world. Okay, I need to print hello world. Okay, to print hello world in other programming language, what we will do? For example, in C, we have to initialize instead like hash include stdio data hash include corner data. Then we have to include main function. Then we have to print hello world. But in Python, there is nothing need to do. Just single line. Just see print hello world. Okay, it will print hello world in output stream. Okay, no need to specify any main function area as include stdio data h in as like in C, like that. Okay, so it is very easy to learn, very simple syntax. Okay, it is like common English language. Okay, no complex syntaxes like semicolons, brackets, nothing are there in Python. Okay, and Python support multiple programming also. Like Python support multiple programming pattern. Means we can execute C code, C++ code, Java code, everything in Python. Okay, it will support multiple programming pattern. Okay, and Python next advantage is makes development and debugging way fast. So as it is interpreted language, so debugging is very fast, and we need not to compile in Python. Okay, Python virtual machine take care of it. We need not to compile in Python. We just it is an interpreted language. These are all main advantages of Python. Okay, next in Python there are two versions of the Python versions. There is Python 2 and Python 3. Okay, these are the two various versions of Python. Okay, in most of the programming languages, whereas when new version release, it support the features of existing version. Like for example, in Java, if they have introduced Java 3, it will support the features of Java 2. Okay, like that. But in Python, it won't support. Python 2 features won't support in Python 3. This is a major drawback in Python. It won't support Python 2 features in Python 3. Backward compatibility won't support in Python. Okay. Then what is the difference between Python 2 and Python 3? There are very few major differences between Python 2 and Python 3 where it won't support the features of Python 2 in Python 3. Okay. Some major differences are like in Python 2 print. Okay, we have to use print, right, to print something output. Okay, so print as a statement in Python 2, print used as a statement. Okay, statement in the sense we can print something you like, print within double quote we have to print in Python 2. But in Python 3 we can use print as a function. We will print something within a bracket. Okay, this is one difference. Okay, Python 2 uses print as a statement, Python 3 uses print as a function. Okay, then what is the next example? What is the next? You got this right. Python 2 use print as a statement, whereas Python 3 use print as a function. Okay, this is a major difference. Like in Python 2 we have to print something like print within double quote within quote in Python 3 same thing, we do it with function. Okay, okay, this is the first difference. The second difference is to take input. Python 2 uses raw input. Okay, raw input. Okay, it will take raw input. Okay, to take input from the user it will use raw input. Okay, but in Python 3 it uses input. Okay, this is the second difference, to take input from the user side. Okay, I'll show how to take input from the user side, how to print output in the next coming tutorial. Okay, and whatever input will receive, it will be by default, it will be a string. Okay, by default it is string. Okay, okay, but in Python 3 we can also convert this into other by default it is also a string, but we can able to convert into integer, float, whatever we think we will receive, we will convert it into other forms also. Okay, except we can convert if whatever input we will get, it will be read it in string format, and we can able to convert it into int, float, other types. Okay, this is called typecasting. I will explain it in future next videos. Okay, in Python 2, implicit string type is ASCII. Okay, in Python 2 implicit string type is ASCII. Okay, but in Python 3 implicit string type is Unicode. Okay, the string type in Python 2 is implicit string type is ASCII, but in Python 3 it is Unicode. Okay, this is the third difference between Python 2 and Python 3. And also there are some changes in Python 3 exception handling. There is an exception handling chapter where Python 3 uses there is a keyword called as to represent alias name. So in Python 3 uses as in exception handling. So we will learn how to use as keyword in exception handling in exception handling tutorial. Okay, these are the major difference between Python 2 and Python 3. The one thing you need to keep in mind is that it won't support backward compatibility. Python 3 won't support the features of Python 2. Okay, but in other programming language, most of the programming language, it will support the backward compatibility. But in Python 3, it won't support backward compatibility. Okay, next in Python, what are the application it will helpful to create Python? Okay, so Python helps to create what are the application helps. Okay, Python applications. Okay, next chapter, next concept is Python applications. Python used to create web applications and desktop application, and we can also create software applications, and we can also create scientific and numeric applications like data science and numeric applications. Okay, we can also create scientific and numeric applications, and we can also create business applications like banking. Okay, emart like that. Console based application, we can also create console based applications, and we can also create audio video applications, and we can also create 3D cam. Yeah, designing tools is designing 3D CAD applications. Okay, these are the applications we can create by using Python. Okay, next concept is currently which companies are using Python. Okay, the major companies like big companies, which are the companies using Python. Okay, which are the companies using Python. Okay, the major companies which are using the Python is Spotify, using Python, Netflix using Python. Okay, next Uber using Python, and Dropbox using Python, and Pinterest. Okay, Pinterest using Python, NASA using Python, Google using Python, and Instacart using Python, and Yahoo. These are the major companies which are currently using Python. Okay, next Python futures. Sorry. Next concept is Python futures. Python futures. Okay, we'll come to what are the futures of Python. Okay, Python provide many useful features which make it very popular compared to other programming languages. Okay, it support object oriented programming, it support procedure oriented programming, and also it is a dynamically memory allocation. What is dynamically memory allocation means? We need not to allocate any memory, like as in C, as in C we have to allocate memory using malloc, calloc. Okay, we need to free using read. Okay, but in Python we need not to assign any memory. Okay, it will dynamically allocate. Okay, then the features of Python are like it is easy to learn. Okay, very easy to learn. Syntax of Python is very simple, as I already shown how to print a hello world within single line. Okay, the syntax everything will be in some basic English language we can easily learn. Okay, easy to learn and use. Okay, Python is easy to learn and use. Okay, next it is expressive language. Means, as I said, it is expressive language means many too much code can be written within simple lines and within short program. Okay, we can do very complex program within very few lines of code. Okay, few lines of code we can able to write. For example, I already shown, right? Python, how to print hello world. Okay, how to print hello world within a single line, but in other programming languages we have to declare yeah, data types and the main function. Within main function we need to specify to print that hello world, but in Python within a single line we can able to do it. So that's why it is expressive language. Within few lines of code we can do very complex, any complex program we can do it with very simple lines. Okay, that's why it is expressive language. It is interpreted language. Interpreted language means it will execute line by line. So what is the advantage of executing line by line? So debugging become very easy. Okay, so it is an interpreted language. It is cross platform language. Cross platform language means we can execute Python code in any operating system like Linux, Unix, Mac. Okay, we can develop a program in one particular operating system, can execute the same in other operating system. Okay, so it is a cross platform language. Okay, next feature, it is free and open source. Okay, so free and open source means, free means we can able to install freely and we can execute our programs. Open source means Python code, source code can available to anyone. You can freely download it. Python source code. That's why it is open source. Okay. If you want to download source code, just go to www.python.organization. Go to this website and go to this site. You can able to download Python source code. Anyone can download Python source code. That's why it is open source. If you want, just go to www.python.organization. You just download source code. Try to download source code, whether it is possible or not, because it's a open source. You can able to download Python source code. Okay. Next feature is, it is object oriented programming. Okay, it's about object oriented programming. Okay, what is it will support object oriented programming means it will support inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, abstraction. All these classes, uh, objects, everything will included in object oriented programming. It support inheritance, polymorphism, encapsulation, abstraction. Okay, then next feature is extensible language. Okay, extensible language, as I previously said, we can execute a C program, C++, Java, other programming language in Python, right? So we can execute any programming language within C. We can also execute Python programming in other programming languages. To execute other programming languages in uh, Python, there are some compilers are there. For example, to execute C and C++, there is a C type in Python. Okay, we have this C type to execute C and C++ programs. There is also a JPython to execute Java. There is also a Iron Python to execute .NET code. Okay, and there is a Anaconda. Okay, Anaconda to execute data science application. Okay, Anaconda Python. Okay, there is also a one more Ruby Python to execute Ruby programming. Okay, Anaconda and Ruby Python to execute Ruby programming, and also there is a Python XY to execute scientific and engineering packages. Python XY for a scientific and engineering oriented packages. Okay, so that's why it is extensible language. So we can execute other programming languages in Python, and Python also having a large standard libraries. Okay, large standard libraries are there, so that we can able to use those libraries in our applications, and we can also contribute our own application to Python. It is open source. We can contribute your some code to Python. It is possible in Python. Okay, if you want to contribute some code to the Python, you just able to do this. I will show you how to contribute our code to Python in future videos. Okay, next it will support geo applications. Okay, it will support GUI application development. Okay, and as I previously said, it is a dynamic dynamically memory allocation. Okay, memory allocation. Okay, we need not to specify any memory. Okay, it will dynamically allocate. Okay, these are all the major Python features. Okay, next, what are all the IDEs of Python? Okay, Python IDEs, integrated development environments. Okay, so where we can execute our programs. What are the IDEs available to execute our programs? Okay, Python programs. Major people will use PyCharm. Okay, in fact I'm also using the same one, PyCharm, which is ID used to execute Python. Okay, next there is a Eclipse with PyDev. These are the IDs which will execute Python code. Then Wing IDE, then Komodo IDE, and Eric Python IDE, Sublime Text 3, Visual Studio, and there is a Spider IDE, Spider, and Tony Atom. These are the major IDs where we can execute our Python code. Okay, most of the people will use PyCharm. So these are other IDs, Visual Studio. Okay, these are all IDs available to execute our Python program. Okay, this is a basic introduction of Python. Okay, in my next video I'll show you the further, like what are all the data types, what are all the operations we can do, like operational arithmetic, like there are many operations are there, and there is also some more other operations other than compared to other programming languages. And data types, most important in Python is data types. So we will discuss Python data types in upcoming video. Okay, thank you guys.